So, hi and welcome. This is Andy K, and welcome to my little corner here on the Twitch platform. Uh, yeah, there we go. The nice Wii music there. So yeah, I'm gonna continue this lovely game. And I have the remote hanging. Don't fit anything there. Agatha Christie, and then there was not. Then there were none. I always say that wrong. And this is my fourth stream of this. This is my second playthrough of it. I played it like 10 years ago, probably, and I haven't played since. So let's just start right away. Let's hope I have a picture here. Yes. There we go. I'm on chapter 6. I think it's 10 chapters in total. And yeah, this game was released on PC first in 2006, I believe, and then 2008 it came out on the Wii. And it is in 4.3, actually. That's why you don't have widescreen there. Anyway, I like this game. It's not the best graphics though, but even for that time. But I really like it. Last time I had some problems. I had to look up in the walkthrough 2 times, I think. That was the first. I don't think I've looked up a walkthrough before that. And it was mostly because I didn't remember. Because it had been a couple of weeks since I played it. So it was stuff I had in my inventory that I forgot what I was supposed to use them for. Making a parachute, for instance. And yeah, so let's talk to Vera.
How are you holding up, Vera?
I'll be fine as soon as Philip returns.
Any idea why Miss Brent might have gone to the apiary?
Even with her belief in divine intervention on her behalf, I don't see her going there of her own free will.
Much obliged for your assistance, Miss Clayton.
Yeah, it's the classic story. Maybe you all know it. It's 10 people gather in a house, and they are killed one by one. According to the 10 little, in this case, 10 little sailor boys. And yeah, so far 5 people have died.
What can we do to best protect you, Judge?
We must protect each other. Miss Claythorne is right. It may be only my ego insisting I'm the next victim. Even if I am, Owen is running out of time. Your brother is certain to raise the alarm if you don't return tomorrow. That means a boat, weather providing. Owen still has much to accomplish before then. If I'm guarded, he may well pass me over. Perhaps drop his little rhyming schemes entirely. The innocent among us are all equally at risk.
What's your opinion about how Miss Brent got to the apiary?
That one point has been worrying me like a bit of beef stuck between my teeth. It seems obvious to me that she wasn't carried. She was lured there. How, I don't know. But it had to be by the one person amongst us she would trust implicitly.
But who would that be?
I'm afraid my deliberations have come to focus on you, Miss Claythorne.
If you gentlemen will excuse me.
Vera, you shouldn't be alone.
As long as Philip and Mr. Blow are together, and you three remain together, I'm perfectly safe.
Thank you kindly, Judge.
Three, so it's someone here, yeah.
How are you holding up, Doctor?
What? Oh, fine, fine. Never better.
What can you tell me about Miss Brent's death?
Multiple bee stings, severe allergic reaction. She never stood a chance.
Any idea how she got out to the apiary?
Walked, I expect. Oh, I see what you mean. Not the place I'd choose for a stroll if I was allergic. Must have been lured somehow. Or coerced.
Thank you for your time, Doctor.
And let's see, I should go, I think here.
Snooker, Doctor?
I'm not sure I could give you much of a game. Hands are a little shaky. But I'll try if you like.
Excellent.
That's the snooker room. So the two others, Blore and Lombard, should be up in Lombard's room. Just need to remember which is Lombard's room. That's one's room. Whose room is this? Maybe. Or this is not. No, that's the Wargrave room, the judge. And then that is that's, I think, is Blore's room. Maybe this room. Oh, this was Blore's room. It was this room. Oh, that's the doctor's room. And it's the next room here. That must be his room. Yes.
What's in that table, I tell you? I'm going to search you whether you like it or not.
You fool! Can't you see the lock's been forced?
Narracott, will you help me search him?
I won't resist.
Nothing.
Just
Now it's
putting his hands inside of him.
Not even a stray bee.
And you, Mr. Narracott? Go right ahead.
Uh-oh. They found my... Nothing.
Nothing. That leaves Armstrong, the judge, or Miss Claythorne. The killer could have simply hidden it somewhere. I'm going to search everyone anyway. And if it's hidden, I'll find it. And I'm starting in here, if Mr. Lombard has no objections.
Help yourself. Try not to make too much of a mess. There's no Rogers anymore to clean up.
Stay back. I'm
I'm warning you. He doesn't like me.
So far, talking hasn't gotten us very far.
A radiator. You can't have enough of... I guess Owen made sure no clock... I don't think going through that would help. Either he's innocent, in which case...
Yeah. Okay, let's go out. Here, maybe? Oh, there's Vera.
Patrick, please leave me to my thoughts.
She doesn't want to talk.
A hawk with a fish in its talons. The bird thing is starting to get to me.
I'm not sure where to go. Nothing here, really.
These toiletries. Nothing of interest that I can see.
So, wait, I'm gonna do something with Campos. Let's put up this menu. I'm just gonna fix something. I need this. I always forget. Okay. Just resume. It's just the wristband. She's
Better to let the dead rest.
dead.
This is quite a makeup supply.
Probably nothing else. Came there. Whose room is this? This is the general's room? Yeah. Nothing there, really. Okay. Then we go. Coffee. It's him who's dead. Nothing. So let's go down again. See what they are up to.
Well, Doctor?
A dangerous game. If it fails...
Ah, Mr. Narracott. Any luck finding the revolver?
None. Mr. Blore has searched us, and I heard Miss Claythorne yelling at him to watch his hands earlier, so I suspect he's been searched as well.
The murderer has had plenty of time to devise a hiding place. I don't fancy it will be easily found. If you'll excuse us, we'll continue our game.
Here, what's this?
Solid.
Written on the bottom of Narracott's plate. Solidamide.
Solidamide? My dear sir, that is a deadly poison. Owen has undoubtedly poisoned you.
Is there an antidote?
Yes, turpentine oil, but I have none in my bag.
I don't feel anything yet. How long do I have?
You won't feel anything until you can't feel anything. You have an hour or so, I'd estimate. No more.
Uh-oh.
I say, turpentine oil can be found in Bellman's Universal Embrocation, a patent medicine for rheumatism and minor aches and pains. I never prescribe it. It can cause a nasty rash if over-applied. But there may be some in the house.
There may be some in the house. Where?
Beastly night again. I can't see why anyone would want to build a house here.
With war coming on, it may be useful as a coastal watch post.
Another. Uh-oh. Power is going out.
The generator again.
No one's going out in that squall to repair it this time.
Obviously, the waiting is over. Mr. Owen has made his next move. We mustn't let our guards down. Only one of us can be alone. The rest must always stay together until that person returns.
May I claim that privilege, Judge? I'd like to go get my wrap.
Of course, my dear, but don't be long.
I shan't.
But there's one guy missing. Is he standing?
Do you really think there'll be a war, Judge? I don't see it myself. One world war should have shown any sensible person the folly of such a course.
You might think like that.
If there's one thing I believe Mr. Hitler is not, it is a sensible person.
That was Vera screaming. I think it was coming from her bedroom.
So run then. It's only me running.
There's a wind coming from Vera's room. Ow!
There's a gun. And then the gun is gone. Ooh. Someone shot.
That sounded like it came from the dining room.
Should I have checked on Vera first?
He's been shot. Death must have been instantaneous.
The figures. Look at the centerpiece.
They say trouble comes in threes. It would appear that they're correct. First poison, then the generator, then the poor judge.
Why is he outside? Go to the generator? Oh no, it's here.
The generator appears to be broken.
Broken?
The generator appears to be broken.
Wonder what he has. Okay.
The generator appears to be broken.
Oops. Okay. Let's get out of here. I need to get some antidote or something. Did it say something about that? Dunks. Books.
I need to fix the generator first. No point in going back inside without doing so.
Okay, I need to fix the generator. Okay. What can I do to fix the generator?
Some things once done cannot be undone.
Wonder what I should do. Appears to be broken.
This petrol tank is empty. The generator appears to be broken. This petrol tank is empty. The generator appears to be broken. The generator appears to be broken.
broken or is it just out of gas?
The petrol tank is now full. The generator seems to be working fine.
Okay. It seems to be broken and then it's just out of gas. But I was checking here.
I don't need it. And I know... I don't need to... The larder is very well.
Okay. Can I remove them already?
Five little sailor boys. I'm glad none of these figurines represent me.
Naricot, leave the investigation to me right now and find yourself an antidote.
Sir, I again must say in my medical opinion, Bellman's universal embrocation is your best chance to counteract the poison.
Where can I find that?
Fresh flowers. Quite pretty.
Sorry, it's a little bit funny. He's like, it's poisoned and then fine, antidote. Flowers, they're pretty. I've been like, do I have it already? No. Can't be that easy. Oops. Not like it's here or anything.
I shouldn't do that. I need to have my wits about me. I shouldn't do that.
Is anyone here? No. What is that?
I'd swear this wasn't here before. Must be one of Owen's little games. It opens. There's something inside. I can't see anything of interest.
It's a key.
I see nothing remarkable.
Do I have a locked door somewhere?
I'm afraid it's stuck that way.
Yes, it is. Here. Oops. Not door, there's a locked desk in here. Can it be? It can. What did I find there? Beekeeping.
I transcribed the pertinent passages in my notebook.
Since retirement in 1903, little time passed, however, before I realized that my powers of observation and dedication would be unable to enjoy the richly deserved respite I had hoped for, blah 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 blah. Could be an ill-suited task cookie. What? Took it upon myself to design a far more easy manageable frames for the honeycomb. While it's true the smaller rectangle size holds less burr-comb than the more common larger squares, it's far easier to extract them from the hive. Subduing the bees requires smoke. Properly applied smoke renders bee up. But this, I already did this. John H. Walton. Okay. Is that just a clue for the... So that was totally unnecessary.
A rather beautifully made globe of the world.
There's nothing here. There is something. That wasn't there before, was it?
This could use a closer look.
Talk is cheap and rumors can be ugly. Keep your secrets safe.
Boxes. Nothing of use in them.
Said the antidote could be in the house.
I transcribed the pertinent passages in my notebook.
Why? Didn't see. Wait. Why? But that I was safe. South Sea Islands. Oh.
I transcribed the pertinent passages in my notebook.
I don't even know what's... Why? Or did I just...
I've already learned all I can.
Yeah, that I already... It's just that those books are supposed to be here.
I think I heard a click. It could be a
They are
magic.
not important at all, so let's just remove them.
I think I heard.
Because I
think
didn't
heard a click. It could be imaginary.
transcribe them before. Okay. Now what?
Wargrave on justice.
Okay, maybe here. No. Nothing. Okay. Should I just check the kitchen, but
The refrigerator.
don't think there's anything here.
It's a sturdy. Copper pots.
No. Okay. Here's nothing. Wasn't even closed there to open.
There's nothing I can do for the victim now. I don't need it.
This is the doctor's room, but he said he didn't have any. But I'll check anyway.
Nothing out of order in here. I'd best not take anything, though. I'm sure he would notice. I'd best not...
I don't know where can it be? There must be something new because I have like searched this house over and over again. Porcelain.
Tile and
Tile.
marble.
Okay.
What?
Where?
It would certainly be no... It's a chair.
She's not here.
This is a fairly sparse... Various toiletries. No. Various toilet... Various toilet... Various toilet...
Ah, fuck. Okay. Then what? She's dead.
This is quite a makeup...
Yeah. Where?
I see nothing,
Nothing.
remarkable.
Okay. Fuck.
I see nothing...
So I'm looking for an antidote. Don't know where it can be. Has it so magically appeared in this drawer? No. Here is nothing. So yeah, I have been poisoned here, and the doctor said there's a does it say anything here? No. Said there should be an antidote in the house.
I'm not feeling so well. I should try and do something about it.
Yeah, I'm trying. What the fuck? Where can it be then?
Interesting ashtray. Birds everywhere.
Why should an antidote be here?
This is certainly a clue of some sort.
What does it say?
This is certainly a clue of some sort.
Want off? Wake? I don't know what. Maybe if I turn on the projector over here. Three days.
I wonder what that was all about.
Huh. What does that mean? Where the oh yeah, where is the antidote? What can I do?
Sir, I again must say, in my medical opinion, Bellman's universal embrocation is your best chance to counteract the poison.
Yeah, but what the fuck is that? Let's see. Do I have a book or something? Birds, bees, history. Shipwrecks. Nah. Maybe in the cave. It feels like I've been there and I haven't found anything else. Nothing else here.
It's a book holder.
What kind of Bellman's? I don't have any to note. Map. I have a cheese. Honey.
Perhaps another time.
Voila.
I don't think that's appropriate. Those don't work together.
Okay. Cheese?
They don't get along.
Cheese and honey doesn't get along. Okay, good to know. So what should I do with the honey? Boom, 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 boom.
The water here is rather calm compared to the waves crashing against the rest of this benighted tip.
Run! What the f... No.
Impossible to tell. I can't get to the bulb. The wire casing is...
Why should I get the bulb?
This panel seems out of place. These timbers are all that stand between me and being buried alive.
Oh yeah, where should I go? Nothing else there.
Better to let the dead rest in peace.
Are you sure?
That is... I won't leave you.
No, I can't dig up the grave. Okay. What the fuck should it? That's my raft.
The current was too strong. I'd best not try. These houses look like they've been...
Hmm. I'm trying to... Is there a little maybe flower? The Bellmans, whatever. What should I look for? I don't get it.
Perhaps that will satiate the good doctor's sweet tooth.
Sir, I again must say in my medical...
Huh?
That isn't going to help.
So it took the honey. Okay. Ah, fuck. Oh yeah, I forgot it. A little cupcake here. It sticks to my fingers. Okay. Okay. I don't know. This, I want to finish this game. I'm not sure I can do it today, but I will look up. Huh, okay. I just assumed it was around a house. Because he said so. It's not. Yeah.
What's this?
Oh, convenient.
Some things once done cannot be undone. That did the trick. I feel much better now.
Chapter 7. 4 little sailor boys going out to sea. A red herring swallowed one, and then there were 3.
4 bodies upstairs, 2 down. Can't be very hygienic. Still with us, Narracott? Thalidomide isn't much of a poison if you ask me. Although your face is all flushed.
I found the antidote.
Thank heavens.
The weather is moderate. Might be a chance for a bonfire on ship's rock.
Can you give an account of your movements?
I followed you and Lombard almost to the top of the stairs. I heard someone below me breathing in the dark, so I stays as still as a church mouse. Then I hear stealthy steps heading down the stairs. This stands investigating, I think. So I creep as carefully as I can back down. I stepped closer and saw the doctor bending over Wargrave.
Did you see the gun anywhere?
No, but I smelled the cordite from it in the air. One thing I don't understand. That wig on the judge's head. Where did that come from?
Someone borrowed Miss Brent's grey yarn. She told me it was missing. She was extremely perturbed.
Something finally broke through that icy shell of hers, eh? I didn't think it was possible. Owen certainly thinks ahead.
Who arrived in the dining room after you?
Lombard practically on my heels. Then a few seconds later, Miss Claythorne opened the kitchen door. I found that peculiar.
You said you knew something about the history of this island.
It was bought by that sailing chap, Elmer Robson. But his wife got seasick, poor dear. Loved the bird watching, but not the boating. An American film star named Gabrielle Steele bought it from them after some scandal or other back in the States. She stuck it out for a couple of years, but must have missed the glamour and excitement of Hollywood because she packed it in. Next, the Admiralty was rumored to have taken it over for some super-secret stuff I could never get a line on. Thing that puzzled me was that I found no record of anybody named Owen buying the place. I was going to get onto his solicitor, Archibald Morris, before coming, but he died last week.
Died? What was the cause?
Still under investigation, but it sounded like poison to me.
That'll do, Mr. Bloor.
Okay.
Cause of death was a bullet?
Yes, directly in the center of his forehead. Never had a chance.
Can you give an account of your movements?
When we heard Miss Claythorne scream, I naturally went with the rest to investigate. I thought the judge was right behind me. I stood there for a moment, wondering whether I should go up or down. While I was there, I heard the shot. I made my way back to the dining room. He was quite dead.
Did you see the gun?
No.
Who arrived in the dining room after you?
Mr. Bloor, I believe. Yes, then Lombard, and finally Miss Claythorne. From the kitchen. I didn't understand that.
Are you sure you can't tell me any gossip surrounding the Seaton case?
Gossip my eye. I got it directly from Sir John Matthews, KC, who was observing. Not a doubt of the verdict. Acquittal was certain until Wargrave's summing up.
What did Matthews say went wrong?
Sir John thought that Wargrave's well-known ego had grown even bigger than he himself could handle. That he swung the case against Seaton for the sheer joy of doing it, simply because he could.
That's a serious accusation.
There was another similar incident just last year. Hushed up, of course, but the word was the judge's retirement couldn't have come at a better time for him. However, I feel obligated to add that the judge still has a final break. I have no trouble whatsoever in saying that I rest easier knowing he has put his mind to solving our present predicament.
Thank you for your time, Doctor. What happened after you went upstairs?
I went to my room. opened the door. A gust of wind blew my candle out. I tried to move toward the French doors to close them when I felt like a hand on my face. Cold, clammy, smelling of the sea. I thought of syrup floating down through the green depths.
Oh, Vera.
I screamed and ran, stumbling in the dark. I found myself at the service hallway, heard running behind me and rushed in there. Then I made my way down the back stairs every time there was a flash of lightning. There was a shot while I was on the stairs. I went through the kitchen to the dining room. I was the last to arrive.
The clammy hand was seaweed hanging from a line. I had a look inside after we, made the judge comfortable. Just a length of seaweed.
Well, whoever strung it up, combined with the generator failing, made a neat diversion designed to separate us.
Did you see the gun anywhere?
No, I'm sorry.
How about him?
Just for the record, Wargrave was the one so keen on you playing detective, not me. It didn't turn out so well for him, did it?
You won't answer my questions.
I didn't say that. Just thought it worth pointing out. My movements? I ran up the stairs behind you and, well, I ducked into the bathroom at the top. The one Armstrong the judge shared.
Curious behavior.
It occurred to me that Vera's scream was meant to be a diversion. I wanted to see what everyone would do. In the lightning flashes, I saw Blore head back down the stairs. Narracott was along the hall there. So I went downstairs to the dining room, arriving behind Blore.
Did you see the gun anywhere?
I saw it in a flash of lightning and scooped it up. I didn't know what had happened then. I realize now you have only my word that I picked it up after the murder.
I think you'd better hand that over.
I think you'd better not try to take it away from me again.
Who arrived in the dining room after you?
Vera appeared in the kitchen doorway a few moments later.
Are you sure you recognized Owen's voice?
All right, Narracott, I'll tell you. I was hired by Archibald Morris, the non-existent Mr. Owen's attorney. He first made contact with me over the telephone. With Morris's voice on the recording, I'd swear to it.
Thank you, Lombard. 5 left, and we don't know which.
I know.
I haven't the least doubt.
I suppose I do know, really.
I think I've got a pretty good idea now.
I haven't a clue.
I don't know about the rest of you lot, but I'm going to go to my room and lock myself in until daylight.
Sound plan.
I agree.
But Patrick doesn't have a room.
Plenty of them about, if he doesn't mind sharing.
5 bullets are plenty.
Oh, Hugo. I'm so sorry.
Self-righteous, smug old hypocrite. Letting Narracott play his detective games with a real professional on the case. He got no more than he deserved.
Someone's walking out.
Were you upstairs just now?
No.
One of them's out of his or her room.
Whoever it was went out the front door.
I'll follow. Find out who's missing. That's our killer.
I need to check everyone's room and find out who's missing.
He's dead. Well, who knows? Or maybe I know.
Wargrave's body is missing. Interesting development. One I'd better keep to myself for the moment.
Where's that old fool? The doctor is missing as well. That is... That's the police room, so he's of course not here. Next to him is... And he's not here either. Mr. Lombard. They're outside. This is Vera.
Who is it? What's the matter?
She's in the
It's
room.
Patrick. Blore heard someone. They ran outside. I'm checking to see who's still here.
She's still here. No one outside here either.
It's tightly locked.
Ellie, this is the dead guys. This is the Colonel or General or whatever. And that's the first victim. Marston. Okay. Just checking if they're anywhere else. But yeah, Lombard and the doctor was not in the room. These two are still all dead. Okay. I can take this way. Ah. I think I should know where to go. The clue. Water ran out. How was it?
Sea looks daunting. Wouldn't want to be caught out.
A red herring. Went to sea or what? Something. Something about going to the sea. So let's go here. Ah. No.
The waves are crashing here.
Maybe there. Let's see. Boom, boom. There are two ways to the sea here, I think. Check out here first. I think it might be the houses though, but yeah, nothing. Oi, getting you. How are you doing? I'm just running around an island here. Where are you? There? So. Just adjusted the chat a little bit. I hardly didn't see it here. I forget to zoom in. Let's see. No, what the fuck? Nothing here.
I wonder what these houses would...
Sure, there wasn't any. Hey, fuck. Oh. So how are you doing, Guinea? Are you still there? Don't know where to go. Again? Hmm. There's something there. So there's a stone. Okay.
Impressive.
Impressive. Yeah, I'm doing fine.
The grass is
I'm
slippery and
surviving.
I'd best stick to the path. I can see the jetty from here.
A bit tired. I would. I was out drinking this Saturday with some friends because we celebrate the Sweden's. How do you say? Sweden's Independence Day, although it's not an Independence Day, it's just a national holiday. And I got a bit drunk, and I still feel it. 2 days later. My god. Okay, I've been running around everywhere. I'm getting too old. And I'm not used to drinking much anymore, apparently. Because I didn't drink that much. And still I got the worst hangover yesterday. And still have a little bit of a headache. But other than that, I'm perfect. But I'm stuck. Okay, I've been to... I don't understand. I was supposed to check the rooms. I did. Well, someone come back here. It was just the woman who was in her room. The others were gone, and one of the dead ones was gone. Were gone? Here's nothing. Or was it 4 little... There. A red herring swallowed one, and then there were 3. There's only one place I have not been, and that's here. I want to finish this today, but I'm not sure I can. Maybe if I cheat.
This
Okay, if there's nothing here, I will look, because I've been everywhere. I think I went. Yeah. Nothing. So... Are you kidding me?
These houses look like they've been abandoned.
Well, one thing that said in the walkthrough there that was not the case. It said that Lombard was in his room. He was not in his room. Then it said I should go around outside and then go back up and check the rooms one more time. I don't like that kind of progress in the game when they're... You should feel like you have done something, not just run around and, oh, you should go back where you were before. With no indication of why. For me, that is not good. Game design. Okay, Lombard's room is here. No, that's the doctor's room. This is Lombard's room. Maybe I went through the... No, that's the detective. Maybe it became wrong because I went through the toilet door. The bathroom door. See, he is not here.
Stay back. Philip gave me his gun.
It's me, Patrick. Where did he go?
He wanted me to tell you. Since the wind dropped, he was going to try and light the bonfire.
That's a good idea, but he shouldn't try it alone.
Then go help him. I'll be safe locked in here with his gun.
I don't think I need to this is a dead woman's room. Let's go to the bonfire then. Okay. Ah, there.
That's quite a signal fire. Someone should be able to see it.
But where is Philip? Or Lombard? Let's go down to the beach. Was that? It feels like it should be here. Since the red herring swallowed one. But no! Go back to the house.
The grass is slipping.
Check down here again. There's nothing over there. Let's go upstairs again then. He's still missing. Ah. Still no doctor. That's Blore. He is still not home. There they are.
Any sign of Armstrong? He's vanished clean off the island.
Vanished. That's the word. Like some damned conjuring trick.
He must be somewhere.
No, he isn't. We searched the house too. You must have heard us. He's gone. Clean vanished. Scarpered.
Thank you, Lombard.
Okay. Oh, can't sit like that.
Did you stay in your room the entire time?
Yes, I'm not a complete fool.
Did you hear or see anything?
Nothing. After I told you where Philip had gone. Until just now, when he and Mr. Blore returned.
Thank you for your time, Miss Clayton. Did you find Armstrong?
No, he's disappeared. We searched everywhere.
Have you and Lombard been together all this time?
Yes, I found him up on Ship Rock.
Thanks, Blore. What did you do before Blore found you? Crept along the balcony to Vera's window and gave her my gun.
Very generous.
Then I went up onto Ship Rock. I set the bonfire ablaze, but someone will have to keep an eye on it throughout the night. Thank you, Lombard. Have you looked in the dining room? Yes.
Yes.
What is it? What is it now?
Only 3 sailor boys are left.
Chapter 8. 3 little sailor boys walking in the zoo. A big bear hugged one, and then there were
2. A big bear.
3 little sailor boys walking in the zoo.
I've been all over this island more than once, and I've yet to see a bear.
We should stay together in one room. I still have the gun. Wouldn't we be safe then?
Possibly, provided you aren't Owen.
We can't. One of us has to keep the signal fire on Ship Rock going.
And there's something else. Armstrong isn't the only one of us to have vanished.
The rest of us are here.
Those still alive, yes.
Wargrave's body is missing.
Huh. I have to admit, not much seems to get past you, Narracott.
Oh, how ghastly!
We better find him.
Vera is safe enough locked in her room with the gun. Law, if you and Narracott search for Wargrave...
You mean for his body?
Yes, if you like. I'll keep the bonfire going. There's only one path up to Ship Rock. If I keep an eye on that and have a flaming torch close at hand, I should be fine.
I've got this. I'll be all right. I'm going to find Wargrave.
Okay.
Would you gentlemen mind escorting me to my room?
My pleasure.
Fine, Lombard. I'll start looking for Wargrave too.
Oh, Patrick.
Oh, yes. Save her in case something happens.
I can't see anything of interest.
So where's... Okay, you start searching the house and then search every inch. Yeah, nothing here. There. It's a bit hard to navigate sometimes. Take this at the end, I guess. Go back into the kitchen. Or dining room, and then go to the kitchen. It's not in here. Nee. Just too sure. Look who I found.
is Hamlet's dad, but not shot, and the body is still warm. There's nothing I can do for the victim now. Better to let the dead rest in peace.
Okay. Nothing I can do here. Maybe he wants some use. Okay, so now he is dead, and the doctors. Where's Blore? That's who I was looking for there. Lombard should be up. I think he's here now. We should go up to the bonfire. We check Vera. Oh, Vera is here.
Locked.
Let's check the balcony away.
I can't open it. It's locked.
Let's gonna check here. In case he just walked to his room. No. thought it was Wargrave who was the killer. He's not here.
Dr. Armstrong, dead for hours. And by the looks of him, he's been in the sea most of that time. The body was... There's nothing I can do for them.
Okay, so both Dr. Armstrong and Wargrave is dead. Then it's... Oh, them. Huh. My memory was that it was the judge. Said I had played this before, 10 years ago. I was gonna check it, so maybe... No, there's no Lombard.
That's quite a signifier.
And I go back to the house. Yeah. That was not the way I intended to go, but uh-oh.
Looks like his head is caved in.
What is it? I heard a cry.
It's Blore. His head's been smashed in by a marble clock in the shape of a bear.
Oh, but there was one on my... Wait there a moment. It was on my mantle. When Philip escorted me to my room, it must have been already gone. One of you. Philip. Or you.
Wait!
So now... It's Philip or her? Or me? Oh wait, I can check there was...
Chapter 9. Two little sailor boys sitting in the sun. One got frizzled up, and then there was one.
Sitting in the sun?
Don't try to get in. I'm pointing the gun at the door.
I'm not the killer!
You're trying to make me believe Philip is the killer.
Armstrong's dead. His body washed up on the rocks. And Wargrave is sitting in the screening room, dead. Again.
That's impossible.
I swear it! This time he was bludgeoned with the law book he wrote. I think that's how he was originally meant to die.
The next rhyme. Two little sailor boys sitting in the sun. One got frizzled up. That means we'll be safe till morning, doesn't it? No one can be frizzled up at night. Stay away from me! If you try to get in, I'll shoot!
The logbook, was that on the floor? Did I miss that? Where is Lombard? We'll go check. Maybe I missed something. No, it's not there.
This is certainly a...
Oh, it's nothing. It must be Lombarden. Or it is Vera. But where is Lombard? Frizzled up. Of course he was gonna be at the... the fire there. Just gonna check here. Okay. I didn't check this though.
I can't see anything of interest. Some things once done cannot be undone.
No tricks, Narracott, or I'll light you up like Guy Fawkes.
Lombard, listen to me. Blore is dead. Armstrong's dead. So is Wargrave. You're next. You have to be.
That may be your plan, but it won't work.
There's no way Owen can approach you without being seen. Correct?
As we're proving right now.
So it must be some sort of trap. Already set before you came up here.
What sort of trap?
The rhyme. Two little sailor boys sitting in the sun. One got frizzled up. The only thing approaching the sun on this island right now is that fire. Get away from it.
I like a good explosion as much as the next fella, but not when I'm the target. I owe you an apology, Narracott, and my thanks for saving my life. Believe me, I wasn't sure. You out of everyone had been responsible for the most deaths.
Your detecting skills played you false there, old boy. You see, I'm not Philip Lombard. My name is Charles Morley. Got papers to prove it, too. Phil was a friend of mine. He committed suicide a couple of weeks ago. I was at his place when the solicitor Morris rang up. It sounded suspicious. I thought it might have something to do with Phil's death. I wanted to get to the bottom of it, so I came along in his place. Besides, 100 guineas is 100 guineas.
So you're no murderer.
I'll confess I've thought of murdering you more than once the past few days.
Listen, Lombard. Morley. I need to ask you a terrific favor.
You've earned the right.
Can you play dead for a while? Stay out of sight.
Vera must be the killer.
The jury's still out as far as I'm concerned. But if Owen thinks you're out of the way, he may try for me.
Or Vera, if she's innocent.
Which is why I have to get back to the house.
Say,
Yeah.
old man, if you want to get into the house without making a racket, the window to my bathroom is open. I used it to get out on the balcony and, make sure Vera was safe.
Uh-huh. Okay, thanks for the tip. Will you lie low? Come running if there's trouble.
It'll be a pleasure to return the favor, old man.
Chapter 10. One little sailor boy
Left alone. He went and hang himself, and then there were none.
I hear a voice. No, voices. They're coming from upstairs.
His room. Oh. There is a snare.
But I don't understand. How can you be here? How could you get into my room so easily?
I've always had a duplicate set of keys, Miss Claythorne, as a former and actually the current owner of this house.
You own this house?
I have for several years. I saw to it that Emily Brent died 2 weeks ago. I took her place for the weekend. My finest
Ah.
performance, worthy of the Oscar the Academy always refused me.
But the bee stings.
Hurt like hell and did nothing for my complexion. But Emily Brent was allergic, not me. It's my apiary after all.
Who are you?
My name is Gabrielle Steele. You've seen my posters in the screening room.
The actress. Some scandal in Hollywood.
Scandal? Well, I guess if you call trying to kill your leading man a scandal, yes it was. My final picture, Last of the Borgias. Something happened. Lillian Borgia, the character I portrayed. One day on the set, suddenly she was inside my head. She wormed her way in. That's the only way I can think to explain it. Telling me to do things. Showing me how. They called it a breakdown. I now like to think of it as a meeting of two minds.
But why this elaborate plot? Why kill all these people? Why?
Wargrave, of course. He was absolutely right. He was the central character in our little drama.
The Edward Seaton trial?
Yes, Edward Seaton. My love. My life. We met some years ago when I first came to London to star in a play in the West End. Then, after the incident in Hollywood, I came back to England to rest. They wanted me to rest. Edward and I fell in love. I cannot describe to you the depth of our love. You wouldn't understand. I've seen how you flirted with Lombard and Narracott, playing them off against one another.
Did I? I was frightened and confused.
I suppose that's as good an explanation as any. I was never confused. Edward was an innocent man, railroaded by that venomous old judge, simply to prove a point. That it was his courtroom, his law. 3 days Edward suffered. He couldn't bear the shame or what it would do to me. He killed himself for me. I wanted Wargrave to suffer those 3 days, watching as death approached, powerless to prevent it.
But why the rest of us?
I met Miss Brent at a resort soon after I arrived in England. Hateful old hag. I think I caught her qualities quite nicely. I heard how she had punished Beatrice Taylor for her so-called sin. Drove her to take her own life, just as Wargrave had driven Edward to suicide. I wanted to extend Wargrave's torture for 3 excruciating days. What better way than to make him watch others die? Crimes committed under his very nose. Deaths he was helpless to prevent. How his ego must have been scraped raw.
You researched? Found us all?
Others who had apparently escaped justice, like Miss Brent, with the help of my attorney, Archibald Morris.
How could he agree to help with such a mad plan?
Mad? Madmen kill for no reason, no sense of justice at all. I only killed those who deserved to die. And Morris was a perfect little lawyer, asking no questions as long as the money was good. He'd been responsible for a few miscarriages of justice on his own, so killing him was not a serious moral dilemma. Then the stage was set. We arrived on my island, and the play began. The trickiest part was goading Armstrong into getting so drunk he wouldn't notice the imperceptible pulse that remained after I took the curare. A few bee stings, and then a liberal application of Bellman's universal embrocation to complete the effect. It causes a nasty rash. He saw what he expected to see, a severe allergic reaction that can only result in death.
You killed the judge twice.
Hardly. The first time was some fool scheme he cooked up on his own with Armstrong, so he could pretend to be dead and catch Mr. Owen. I admit stealing Miss Brent's grey yarn and fashioning a wig from it was a nice touch. I was so angry. I couldn't think who had done it or why. I thought braining him with his own law book would be enough to fit the Chancery rhyme.
If you shoot me, you'll be arrested. Patrick will catch you.
I'll deal with Mr. Narracott presently. Then I'll take poison. This ring I wear is a prop from the Borgia movie. Came in very handy this weekend. First for Marston, then Ethel, then my own curare. And now, here we are. Once I'm dead, you can hang yourself and complete the rhyme.
And if I refuse to hang myself?
My dear, what do you think will happen to you if you're the only person found alive on an island with 10 dead bodies? If you don't hang yourself, the law most certainly will.
Patrick!
Oh. What should I do?
I have to do something fast, but that isn't it.
Wait. I should save. What should I do then? What do I have? I don't have anything.
I have to do something fast. I have to do something.
What the fuck should I do? That. Okay.
Thank you, Charles.
That's right. If you ever need a break from Narracott, Charles Morley is in the London Directory. Treat her right, Narrowcut. As far as I'm concerned, you're a better man in a tight spot than Phil ever was. This little sailor boy isn't going near the sea for a long time to come.
Will you listen to me now?
If you insist.
Hugo and Cyril went down to the beach early that day. By the time I arrived, Cyril was out too far. It was too late to reach him. Hugo claimed he had been distracted, helping a passerby with directions. I knew how it would look. I thought I loved him. So I told the coroner's inquest that it was I who had been on the beach. Later, when I was cleared, Hugo was jubilant, yet his feelings for me seemed to have vanished. I realized I had served my purpose. How would it have looked if the boy who stood between him and a fortune died while in his charge? He didn't think he'd done anything wrong. That was the most frightening part. Cyril wanted to swim out to the rocks. All Hugo did was let him.
Mr. Owen invited the wrong guest. It should have been Hugo out there.
No. I should have told the police the truth in the first place. I will now. I have no more right to subvert justice than Mr. Owen. Where is your brother?
Plymouth, turning himself in. Thanks to your and Morley's statements, he's sure to be exonerated.
And us?
Are you still confused?
No. I'm certain now. What about you?
Well, there's another ending to that 10 Little Sailor Boys rhyme. One little sailor boy left all alone. He got married, and then there were none.
Then there were two. Okay, that was that then.
Silence, please. I have prepared a special reward
Maybe.
for you. The original ending to our little story is somewhat different than the one you have just experienced. If you can complete a final puzzle, childishly simple really, you will be able to learn the original solution to "And Then There Were None," as Dame Agatha Christie first...
Okay, so a little bit more.
Interested? Then your first step is to make your way to the dining room for a final treat.
Let's go here then.
The last little sailor boy. I can't see anything of interest. I'm afraid it's stuck that way.
Was that the only treat? What?
Silence, please. I have prepared a special reward for you. The original If you can complete a final puzzle... Interested? Then your first step is to make your way to the dining...
Yeah, okay. What does that mean? It was just that one left, now it's none. Or was it something I did not see? No.
At the moment, I think I'm needed elsewhere.
Okay. Last set, okay, maybe it means her room. Maybe she was the last sailor boy.
I should keep my immediate goal in mind. That isn't where it lies.
Okay.
wonder what that... It's locked fast.
It must be something with this. Intact. Should I break it? Do you have anything to break it with? Pliers?
I can't get them to fit. They don't get along. Those don't work together. I can't get them to fit. That is... I won't do that.
Okay. It can be the...
I should keep my immediate goal in mind.
Put it on the mantelpiece. Maybe?
This is neither... I don't think that's appropriate.
Okay. He went and hanged himself. Okay, a little bit, I don't know.
I should keep my immediate goal in mind.
This is something else, I don't...
A place for everything and...
Everything in this place. Ah, what the fuck? Huh. It's very little. Okay, there. I did not know it until now. There is 4 endings. I got ending 4, which I think is the best ending. With all 3 of us survives. I guess there's an ending where just him and Vera survives. Maybe an ending where just him and Lombard survives. I did not read all of them. There was something here. It's me who... Ah. Hello again.
The film has been spooled. I wonder what that was all about.
Right.
I wonder what that was all about.
Maybe I need to... What? Pull down this.
From my earliest youth, I realized that my nature was a mass of contradictions. I have an incurably romantic imagination, and it was for this reason that I adopted a rather childish and unreliable approach, writing my confession, enclosing it in a bottle, and casting it into the waves. There is 100 to 1 chance that this confession may be found, and then a hitherto unsolved murder mystery will be explained. Another trait born of my contradictory nature is my sadistic delight in causing death. From an early age, I knew very strongly the lust to kill. And yet, I was also indoctrinated with a strong sense of
And the
justice.
original is that this,
I have always
the
felt
judge.
that the innocent should be spared and the guilty punished. With this mental makeup, it was inevitable that I would adopt the law as my profession. After ascending to the bench, I found that most of my baser desires were quenched in a legal and just way. And yet of late, I have felt a nagging urge, one that will not free me from its insistent grip. That is the urge to commit a murder myself. I fancied myself an artist in crime, and my imagination waxed secretly to this colossal force. However, I was restrained by my innate sense of justice. The innocent must not suffer. And then, quite suddenly, the solution came to me. I would punish those that the law could not touch. In my years on the bench, there were many cases that frustrated my will, cases wherein I knew the accused to be guilty, and yet the evidence was such that he could never be convicted. Cases of deliberate murder that were quite untouchable within the confines of the law. So I determined to commit not just one murder, but murder on a grand scale. A childish rhyme of my infancy came back to me. The rhyme of the 10 little sailor boys. Something about it fascinated me. The inexorable diminishment, the sense of inevitability. And so I began, secretly, to collect victims. I will not go into detail about how this was accomplished. Suffice to say, I was convinced of the guilt of every one of my victims, and I knew enough about them via my connections to be able to lure each one to Shipwreck Island with an appropriate bait. And now to the mechanics of the actual crime. In what I took as a sign, none of my plans misfired, and all of my guests arrived at Shipwreck Island on the 8th of August. The party included myself. The order of the deaths were dictated by what I viewed as my victims' varying degrees of guilt. Those whose guilt was lightest should go first, and not suffer the increasing mental strain and fear reserved for the more cold-blooded offenders. The first death had already occurred. Archibald Morris, a shady little dope peddler, had set up the details for me, renting the island, sending the letters, and recording the gramophone record before I ended his life with a dose of potassium cyanide. Anthony Marsden and Mrs. Rogers died next, one instantaneously, the other in a peaceful sleep. Marsden's crime was one of circumstance, and his amoral nature. Mrs. Rogers, I had no doubt, acted largely under the influence of her husband. Their murders were the easiest. Poison, easily slipped into a glass for each of them, as at this point no one had any reason to be suspicious. General Mackenzie met his death quite painlessly, and never heard me approach. I am convinced that he was dead long before he ever came to Shipwreck Island. At this point, I found it necessary to recruit an ally. Dr. Armstrong seemed the most suited to this task, as it was inconceivable to him that a man of my standing could be a murderer. He was taken in with no resistance. I killed Rogers on the morning of the 10th. He, too, did not hear me approach. During the chaos arising from finding his body, I slipped into Lombard's room and abstracted his revolver. At breakfast, I slipped my last dose of poison into Miss Brent's coffee. It was enough to render her unconscious, and I returned a short time later to inject a strong dose of cyanide into her. It was just after this that I intimated to Armstrong that we must carry our plan into effect, that I must appear to be the next victim. This would, perhaps, rattle the murderer, and at any rate, would allow me to move about the house and spy on whom I wished. A gunshot and some red mud on the forehead was all it took. After all, it was only Armstrong who examined me closely. After returning the revolver to Lombard's room, I had a rendezvous set up with Armstrong on the edge of a cliff. He was still quite unsuspicious, although he ought to have been warned by the nursery rhyme, "A red herring swallowed one." Once at the cliff, I uttered an exclamation, leaned over the cliff. Wasn't that the mouth of a cave? He leaned right over. A swift push sent him quickly into the heaving sea below. He took the red herring all right. And now came the moment I had anticipated. 3 people who were so frightened of each other that anything might happen. And one of them had a revolver. I watched them from the windows of the house. When Blore came up alone, I had the big marble clock poised ready. Exit Blore. From my window, I saw Vera shoot Lombard. I always thought she was a match for him and more. I then immediately set the stage in her bedroom. It was an interesting experiment. Would the knowledge of her own guilt, the hypnotic suggestion of her surroundings, and the nervous tension of having just shot a man be enough to coerce her into taking her own life? It was. Vera Claythorne hanged herself before my very eyes as I stood in the shadow of the wardrobe. And now I shall finish writing this. I shall enclose it and seal it in a bottle and throw the bottle into the sea. Why? Yes. Why? I suppose I have a pitiful human wish that someone should know just how clever I have been. I must go now and finish this. It is essential that my body be found in accordance with the record kept by my fellow victims. My own life is of no consequence. My doctors tell me I have a month to live at most. I do not wish to die the death of the invalid patient, steeped to the gills in drugs, culminating in a complete loss of human dignity. I will instead be found laid neatly in my bed, shot through the forehead. When the sea goes down, there will come from the mainland boats and men, and they will find 10 dead bodies and an unsolved problem on Shipwreck Island. Signed, Lawrence Wargrave.
Yeah, so that was the original ending. It's a nice game. Some parts, I think, is a little bit bad game design when you had to just walk around and something happens. Like there, I was in the house, and then I was just supposed to go out, walk for a while, and then go back to the house, and then something was different. That is cheap. That's like, for me, I think you should at least have done something that you feel like, okay, I need to go back to the house. But other than that, I think this is a great game. Okay game. Graphics, not so great. Voice acting, I think, is pretty good. I like the voice of the... Here we see. The judge. Philip Clark. And yeah, and maybe it's better on the PC. It's a little bit annoying with the Wii gimmicky thing they put in, like twist the handle, twist to open the door, and throw. But other than that, it's fine. So that's another game to put up as finished then. So next Monday, I will continue Final Fantasy 9. I almost said 7. Final Fantasy 9. And then the week after that, I will probably have Rocky on the GameCube. And what else? Oh yeah, Frozen Synapse Prime. I think it was called Frozen Synapse Prime. It's on PlayStation 3. Those two were chosen by random. I've gone through almost all my consoles now. I've chosen one random game from each console. The only console I actually have left is the Wii U. I have not played any of the ones I was trying out. And then after that, I will try to beat Bionic Commando on Commodore 64. I would at least play that one. If I can't beat it the first time, I'll just have to try another time. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again next time. And yeah, follow me on Instagram, ADK Gaming, and Twitter, the same name. And I also have a YouTube channel. There are all links down below somewhere. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you also have the links down there to my Twitch. So follow me on Twitch. For now, goodbye and have a pleasant Monday.